Hello, everybody. How are you doing? 1 minute, 1 minute. Give me a minute. How are you doing? Super, very nice. Today is the 2nd of Jan. Very, very nice day. Okay, and today is Saturday, Saturday also. No, how did your weekend go? How is everything going? I had super fun today. My 3 day workshop awesome, going very, very well. And I not just that, I had a lot of amazing things happening today. I'm planning my book release and all that. Mostly by the third week of January, my books will release. There are three books that I'm releasing. One is a journal for the little children. I should have released it by December itself. It's getting slightly delayed. But the other two are the same stories that I told here with you. 50 of those stories have become a book now. Saranya is one of the parents of the listeners, has helped me with putting this down. And another little girl called Kirti has written the stories in Tamil for me. And Aarti has done the journal for me. I basically have not written anything. All these came from here and they wrote it for me. And I'm very, very lucky that I have people like this. One of the listeners wrote it for me, right? So that's very, very interesting. And it's like, and the book is coming. I'm very, very, very excited. And that is one thing I wanted to keep you posted on. Okay, so when the book link is ready, I will put it here. You can buy it, you can gift it to people, and do all of those things. Like journal, you can gift it to somebody who's celebrating birthdays from 6 years to 8 or 9 years. I think you can gift those things. Okay, now are you ready for the story? Okay, so before I go to the story, I want to tell you this. I am going to tell this story 2 times. Okay, so that means this is you're meant to sleep to these stories. So you listen to the story and sleep along, because after I tell the story 2 times, I will play some lullaby also. So you don't watch the videos here. You keep it down and listen. That is enough for you. Okay, because before bed, you are not supposed to look into mobile phones, and you are supposed to listen to it, right? Okay, now only I'm getting falling into all this pattern of telling all of this. The past 2 3 episodes I've been messing up like crazy, I think. Yeah, so this is going well, I think. Yeah, so because 1 minute. Okay, yeah, see, I did one more mess up right now. I did not mute my live video on my laptop. Okay, this is good now. Let's go. Okay, so now let's go with the story. What story was I supposed to say? The story is about Vetti Chami and the parrot fortune teller. Okay, so you know what who parrot fortune teller is. Even if you don't know, don't worry, I will tell it to you in the story. Okay, so if you're watching this right now, comment here, I will reply to your comments. Okay. Let's go. So you all say lights, camera, action, and I begin the story. Okay. Lights, camera, action. Once upon a time, there was this guy called Vetti Chami. Vetti Chami is a Tamil word which basically means he does nothing in life. Okay. So he was Vetti always. He was always Vetti. He was proud of it and all those things. And he grew up like that. He did not do anything in school. He did not do anything after school. He did not do anything like the after school, meaning like after the 12th standard all got over also. He did not do. He was just sitting there and happily spending his time there. Okay. So that's what he was doing. And he said, being Vetti is okay. I will be Vetti always and I'll figure out a way to do it, is what he was saying always. Okay. So now this is what happened. So he was nearing around 30 years old, and people were like, hey, go do something in life. Otherwise, nobody will even marry you. Nobody will even give you a job. But he said, I don't want any job, but that's okay. But nobody will marry you. You won't have a family at all. Then he started thinking, saying, oh my God, that is one thing there, right? So I need to do some job. So he went out and searched for jobs. He figured out some jobs and he said, okay, let me look at that job. Oh my God, people are sweating in that job. No, I don't want to go there. Do I go and like become a server at a hotel or at a restaurant? Then he looked at them. He said, okay, oh my God, people are ordering people to do. No, I don't want to do that job. Then he went and saw the other people who work in the IT companies and everything. He wanted to, like, from outside it looks like they're not doing any job, right? But inside they're doing so much work from their brains. But he thought he can do that, but nobody gave him that job because he's not studied anything, right? And he went and saw a security job. Oh, standing in the sun. No, I can't do that. So none of those jobs he liked. Okay, so one day he was really frustrated. He came and he was sitting under a banyan tree which was there in his village. Okay, so while he was sitting under the banyan tree, he just fell asleep, and then he didn't fall off. He fell asleep, and then when he was still asleep, he heard a lot of sounds, like a lot of people talking. And then he opened his eyes to see that there was a parrot fortune teller. Okay. So, and a lot of people near him. This fortune teller was like getting a lot of money because these people were standing in the queue, and they were all telling, like listening to whatever he was saying. He was wondering, who is this fellow? He's sitting there and he's talking, and everybody's listening to him. He saw that he was doing parrot fortune telling. Okay. So, what does that mean? This means the parrot that comes out of the cage, and he has a stack of cards there. Okay, so the parrot picks one card, looks at him, and keeps it aside. Another pick card, keeps it aside. Another card, keeps it aside. And finally, like sometimes one card it picks, looks at the person and gives it to the fortune teller. The fortune teller gets it and opens it, and he looks through it and says, "There is a picture that has come. Now your future is going to be this." I don't know if that is true or not, but that is what the fortune teller was doing. Now, this fellow looked at it and he said, "Hey, looks like an easy job. I think I can do it all by myself." And like he was looking at it for some more time, and this parrot fortune teller was telling fortunes to a lot of people. So he was looking into the card and he saw that they were all pictures, and he had an interpretation for all these. So and he also noticed that the interpretations are all not the same. So he was like, okay, I think I can take the card and tell them whatever I want to, and they will listen to me. And then you know what he did? He waited for this fortune teller to finish everything, and he waited for the fortune teller to start from there, and he followed the fortune teller. The fortune teller went home. He hung the parrot box in front of the veranda there. He went inside and he slept off. Sorry, that is the place where always the parrot will be hanging. This fellow Chami went there, he took the parrot, ran away from there. Now he was very, very happy because from tomorrow onwards he need not work, but he will get a lot of money. There are a lot of people who go out and ask for parrot fortune telling, and he was very, very happy because he is going to earn money from tomorrow. The next day morning he was all fresh. First time, I think early in the morning, he had a bath, dressed very well, and he also remembered the kind of dresses and the vibhuti that the other fellow put, and all of that he copied, and he dressed up really well, and he went to a new village where nobody will recognize him, and then he started sitting under a banyan tree. First of all, nobody came. He was wondering, why is nobody coming? I don't know. That person might have done something. So sometimes what happens is, in a village, these people go around and says, "Hey, I'm going to sit near the banyan tree, come." But this fellow did not do that. He was sitting there and waiting for people to come. But one by one, people started coming. So the first person came and he said, "Okay, I have a daughter, and this daughter has not gotten married for a long time. I want to know what will happen to the daughter." And this fellow said, "Okay, let me do that for you." And then he opened this thing, and the parrot was sitting inside. He was like, "What? Why is the parrot not coming out?" And he was like, "I don't know, something is happening." He was wondering, and then the parrot did not come outside at all. Then he was like, "Shoo, shoo, come, hi, shoo, shoo." And the parrot slowly came out. The parrot cannot fly because they would have like plucked the feathers of the parrot. So the parrot cannot fly, but it was coming outside and standing like that. And he was like, "Go take the cards." And the parrot did not take the cards. Again, he said, "Go take the cards." And the parrot did not take the cards. He became really angry, and he told saying, "Okay, 1 minute, wait." And he started talking to the parrot. He did all of those things, but the parrot did not move from his place at all. And he was wondering what was happening. And the second person came, the third person came, the fourth person came. All of them saw what he was doing, and they knew that he was a fake fortune teller. And then they all chased him away from there, and he ran from there. That evening, he actually went to the fortune teller and gave the box to him, box with the parrot to him, or the cage with the parrot to him, and then asked him, "Hey, how do you do that?" And this fellow said, that's the trick. I will not reveal to you. Okay, but I am going to reveal it to you. But I don't know if it is very sure. But this is what they say. They say the parrot is trained to eat one piece of rice, like one rice, by the end of the every task that it does. So the parrot comes out and it looks at the piece of rice that the fortune teller will keep somewhere, maybe in the hand or somewhere, and then it looks at it and says, okay, if I take this many cards and look at this person, and when I know that the rice is ready, then I will leave the card and go away. With the card, he'll do whatever he wants to do, right? That is the trick that nobody knew. This boy also did not know. And also, it's not just about stealing a parrot, because the parrot is not used to this new person. Who is this new person? Who is he to order me, right? The parrot is not used to him also. So what does that mean? Well, many of us see a lot of people making quick fortune monies, but you don't know the hard work that is behind, right? From even if it's a parrot fortune teller, he has to grow the parrot, he has to train the parrot, he has to nurture the parrot, he has to feed the parrot every day. All of those things should happen, right? None of that you do. You steal the parrot and go if you think, and if you think you will become a millionaire because of that, no, that is not happening. Same with any kind of job. Okay, awesome. That's really great. Okay, so now if you okay, so answer this question that I asked you. Netra answered me 2 days before. I don't have the file with me right now. I'm not going to play this, Netra. Sorry. You can answer this and I will play it tomorrow. Okay. What is that one job that you think will give you so much money? Okay, one job that you think will give you so much money if you work on it. Okay, so let me know. As send it to me as a voice note on 9943474347. That is 9943474347, and I send it as a voice note. I will play it in tomorrow's episode. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not like I was doing it long back. Right now, I'm not playing it. I will play it from tomorrow. I'll set it up all tomorrow. Okay. Awesome. And here is your declaration. Hands on your chest and tell this declaration along with me. Okay. There is no shortcut to success. There is no shortcut to success. One more time. There is no shortcut to success. Awesome. You guys are great. Right now, I think it's time to sleep. I'm going to retell the same story, but I will tell it really quickly. And then I will also play the music for you guys to sleep. Okay. So I'm going to quickly put the animation on and then I'm going to play this for you. Okay. Give me a minute. Let me put the animation on and then 1 minute. Where is that? Okay. Music I'll play later, but I'll put the animation on and then I'll tell the story one more time. But now you don't have to look into the screen. Okay. Just keep the device, whatever laptop or iPad or whatever aside and start. Close your eyes and listen to the story. Okay. Have you closed your eyes? Okay, once upon a time, there was this guy called Veti Chami. He realized one day that he has to go to some job and gather get some money for him to run his life, because otherwise he is not getting married. He's not going to get a family at all. So he went and searched for a lot of jobs, and he did not like any of those jobs because he was a Veti Chami. He cannot do any kind of job. One day he was very frustrated and he slept under a banyan tree, and suddenly he woke up with a lot of noise, a lot of people's noise. And then he found that it was the fortune parrot teller who was telling fortunes using a parrot. So what was this parrot doing? It came out of the cage, it took some cards and chose one card for each person. And the fortune teller took the card and he told what exactly will happen to that person in the future. This fellow looked at it, observed it for some time, and he said, this looks like an easy job. I should do this. So he followed the fortune teller. The fortune teller left the cage hanging outside the house and went inside. And Veti Chami took the parrot and ran away from there. He went to a new place. He thought everything will be smooth from here on, but nobody came. He went to a new village, sat under a banyan tree like the other fortune teller did, but nobody came. Later on, after a long time, after he pleaded some people to come and all that, some people came there, but but the parrot did not come out. The parrot did not do anything he asked him to do. He thought the parrot was a trained parrot, but the parrot did not do any of that. And some 4 people, 5 people found this out, and they knew that he was a fake fortune teller, and they chased him away. They beat him up and they chased him away from there. Okay. And you know what happened? And from there, he ran towards the fortune teller itself, gave him back what exactly he stole from there. And he asked him what exactly happened. And then only the fortune teller told, saying that he has trained the parrot to do it, and he has a piece of rice for him to get him to do the job, right? So that is when he understood, saying everything looks very, very easy from outside, but when you get inside, it requires a lot of hard work. There is no shortcut to success. Always hard work and consistency wins. Good story, right? Yeah, so now you can close your eyes, go to sleep. I'm going to play the music for you also, and so you can just listen to the music and go to sleep. Okay, so here's the music for you. Tell good night to everybody. Good night to you. Good night, dad. Good night, mom. Good night, everybody at home. Sweet dreams and take care.
Life is better.